Yeah.
If you go to Jollibee, they have a peach mango pie.
Really? Peach and mango.
And here we go. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. My name is Samrak.
I'm Geneva.
I'm Zara.
So today we are watching something new to the channel here. We're expanding things. So we came across this video called 6 Most Disturbing Forest Findings Caught on Camera. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's a horror thing. We don't know if it's disturbing things. It's just, it caught our attention. So we're going to get into it.
Yay!
And give it a whirl. Yay!
She's like, nah.
Zara loves horror.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually do. I like the little freaky chills.
Oh boy.
The jump scares, the
The
goosebumps.
jump scares.
Tingling. Well, anyhow, are you guys ready? Are you guys
Ready.
have anything to add before we start?
Yay.
Just thumbs up?
Yep.
Thumbs sideways? How about you? Go.
I like this stuff.
If you do like our reaction, feel free to come hang out with us by clicking that like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell as well. Alright, let's do this.
Ready, Freddy.
Once again, it is 6 Most Disturbing Forest Findings Caught on Camera. And here we go.
This is like reminiscent to like Stranger Things.
I'm just glad I don't live in the forest anymore. Gosh. Off in the woods.
This first finding was made by hiker James Rankin in early October of 2016. James had been hiking in Berkeley-Jackson County Park when he came across an old campsite. But disturbingly, all around the campsite were multiple different missing person posters taped onto trees.
Ew.
The posters themselves were completely real, featuring real missing people across different U.S. states.
Florida.
Upon his discovery, James would quickly start recording.
Okay, we're deep in the woods. Sort of, we're like on the border, because like there's a side of the woods where there's people's houses. But I came to a trail that led to a trail that led to a trail up the hill. But I saw what looked like a fire pit. And remember, we're still in the woods. We're still in the woods, right? I don't know what this is. Do you see the trees? They're white. Okay. I was like, okay, these are probably no trespassing signs, or maybe it's something for the wildlife or something. Look what these are.
Like 10 years from his date.
This music.
What the is going on in here? This is Utah, Florida. They're all different. They're all different. Every single one.
Dude, eerie.
This one's from Georgia. And look at it. Like, look where the
That's
they are.
creepy, dude.
That is very creepy.
Who the does something like this?
Weirdo.
We got this
I
one.
don't know, man.
These
I've
others,
probably left.
You can tell. These aren't new. Like, not just that this is 2012, Noblesville, Indiana, right? Look at the tape. Look at the water down there.
The tape is weird.
It's been hanging up for a while.
I would be hanging around.
Let me just, look at
That's
that.
a lot.
Whose tent shit is
Over
that?
here in the middle of the fire pit, that's a shovel.
James
No.
would ultimately report the finding to the police. Though, upon further investigation, police would write it off as someone's Halloween decorations. James, however, was not satisfied with this investigation. His discovery took place on October 3rd, and according to James, the posters themselves did not look like they were set up recently. Later that same year, James would return to the campsite, but this time be stopped by multiple no trespassing signs.
Yeah, first of all, I am not violating any of these no trespassing signs. I'm simply not. I came here only to show you and get it on tape and leave. From here, we can see down there, that's the clearing. So anyway, what they've done, they printed out their own no trespassing signs. Homemade. I'm assuming these are all legally binding. I have no way of knowing, so I'm not taking any chances. But you can see they attach them to the trees with ordinary masking
Scotch
tape.
tape.
These aren't even laminated. This is
Why is he going out here
private
alone?
property, no trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted. And we've got one there, one there, one there.
Because the police had already closed their investigation, this would pretty much mark the end of the whole situation.
But still, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Back in 2013, a man named Phil Poling would upload this video to his YouTube channel. The video features Phil out late at night in his neighborhood, located in Mission, Oregon. Phil claimed to have heard strange noises echoing around outside his neighborhood only a few minutes prior, which is why he was outside in the first place. Once he reached a nearby forest that was only around 200 feet from his house, he would again hear the noises. And this is where he started recording.
January 21st, about 11 p.m. I'm a couple hundred feet from my house, and you hear it going off in the background right now.
I just heard it.
Kind of sounds weird.
It's like a whale.
Kind of sounds doggish, hyena-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, that almost sounds like laughter.
Yeah. Joker laughing.
Yeah.
It's actually gotten closer since it started. It's probably only 200 feet, 300 feet from me right now.
The recording of noises continued for a while longer, until the sounds of gunshots can be heard echoing from the forest.
I think that was a gunshot.
That's country.
Multiple people in the community itself had claimed to have been hearing similar noises for the last 2 months or so leading up to the recording. But just what exactly was making the noises is still unclear.
Definitely not.
That could be anything.
This video features the GoPro footage of 2 dirt bikers riding on a remote path in the forest. Throughout the video, the bikers can be seen going at extreme speeds,
Oh boy.
but doing this would quickly prove to become almost deadly. As the bikers continued on the path, they were unexpectedly met with a steel cable strung across 2 trees at perfect neck level for oncoming bikers. At a fast enough speed, this trap could no doubt take the lives of anyone riding through that didn't see it. Fortunately, however, the biker in the front did see it and was able to react quick enough to avoid it.
Oh.
Whew. Okay, cut his
That's.
Oh.
Oh!
Bruh.
No!
Why?
That's too much.
Yeah. Oof.
That is too much.
Yeah. Could have killed him.
The bikers would actually debate whether or not to stay and wait for the person who set up the trap to come back. But they would end up deciding against this.
Yeah.
It's still unknown who's responsible.
That's too much.
Yeah. That's scary.
Mark Andre was a man who devoted his career to exploring the vast woods of Northern California. He worked as his town's environmental service director, so it was quite literally his job to spend time in the woods. In February of 2018, he had been tasked with marking trees, and while he was doing so deep in the woods,
What area
he'd come across some makeshift cabin, which, considering the extreme remoteness of the area he was in, made the discovery highly abnormal. Mark would of course get a closer look at the structure. The thing was only around 8 by 12 feet wide and 15 feet tall. There was a lock on the shack's only entrance, and from the outside there was no real evidence anyone was there. Still, disturbed by the finding, Mark would head back to get professional assistance. The next few days would consist of multiple attempts to contact the owner of the shack, but all of them ultimately failing. So, finally, upon revisiting the structure, the men would break open the lock to the front door. They would find a space that was clearly being lived in, or at the very least had been lived in recently. The shack had its own furniture, a pot-bellied stove, a small library, and even a typewriter. Jars and cans of food filled the shelves. However, in spite of all this, the search resulted in no further identification of the actual owner. Because the shack was illegally constructed, the men ultimately had no other choice but to leave an eviction notice on the front door before leaving. A few days later, the authorities returned to see out the contract, but there was nothing there. The makeshift cabin was completely gone. Whoever the owner was had deconstructed it, with literally the only thing left behind being an international squatter symbol made from charcoal. Many theorized the owner was wanted by authorities, and was therefore living completely alone in the forest, evading any contact with other people.
That's the
But whether or
international
not this is
symbol.
even close to true is still up for debate. To this day, the real owner of the shack is still unidentified.
That's kind of cool,
Yeah.
actually. Doesn't it suck that you can't just go live? You can't just be like an animal?
This video was captured on an early morning in the middle of December. It takes place in Canada and features some disturbing noise echoing throughout the forest. It's not clear what the noise is. Many frequent hunters would report to have never heard anything even remotely similar.
What that is? Scary shit.
What is
What is that?
One comment suggested the noise could have been a wolf that was either trapped or left behind by its pack. It's also possible it was another animal, such as an elk or possibly a bull moose, although none of these theories have been confirmed. YouTube user Rainey Schuler would upload this video to YouTube in 2013. The video's footage is from multiple security cameras Rainey would set up around his house, which was in an isolated area of the Rocky Mountains. The whole idea behind the cameras was to capture the footage of the different wildlife around his property to then upload to YouTube. But on September 13th,
Oh, no.
the cameras around his house would catch something completely out of the ordinary. You can see as a woman walks out from the complete darkness of the woods.
But that's a human.
Yeah, as a person.
It's a person. Just wandering.
Yeah, definitely a wanderer.
Some
No
believe
lights,
the woman
no
was
nothing.
lost, or that her car had broken down nearby. But that doesn't explain her general careless mannerism as she aimlessly walks around the property. And a while later, the woman could be seen walking right back into the forest.
No.
After that night, the house owner would never see this woman again.
Weird.
Oh.
So it's gonna pop up.
Say fast forward 40 seconds.
Oh.
Oh, that's it.
That was it.
Oh shit, it's over.
I was just waiting for
I was
something to pop
bracing
up.
myself, yeah.
Alright. That's a good video. I like that a lot.
Yeah, holy.
Good storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, his voice is nice.
Yeah.
The music, man, they set this shit up with the music. If that music wasn't there, it wouldn't be so creepy.
Yeah. Fact.
It was just like, listen to this. Ah, ah. Isn't that crazy?
But
That
that,
eerie music makes it.
that first one could be staged. You know,
I forgot it. What was it?
the one where you post the missing images.
Oh, yeah, that one's fucking crazy.
Maybe. Yeah.
Man, I do think, though, so the one where the shack was there,
Mhm.
I didn't know about that symbol.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. There are people that live off the grid.
I know, but
Yeah.
like, for the most part, it's like,
There's a lot of people that chooses to live off the grid. No,
Hermit
you know,
mode.
I would like to try it.
just live out in the forest. I'm sure people do it all the time.
I don't know if I
It's just, I think, I believe it happened more often than not. But then it's just that they didn't put the eerie music with it. You know, other people have documentaries of themselves living out like
Yeah.
out in different places, out in the forest and stuff. So yeah, speaking of that one, he said Northern California. I was trying to figure out what part of Northern California the video was made with the little shack and all that stuff. So the one that kind of creeped you out was the woman coming out of the forest. The last one.
Creeped you out?
No, you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, hell, I thought she was gonna look like a vampire.
No.
She's gonna be like a
Yeah.
like a yeti, big old Bigfoot.
Yeah, but
Bitch.
the other two, the one with the noise that they don't know what it was, it's like,
Could be
okay.
animals.
Yeah, it could be
I've
animals.
lived in the woods, so I'm used to hearing all that shit, and it is creepy. But you just ignore it.
Yeah.
Eerie music makes a
Keep your
difference.
dogs in the house, and you ignore it.
Yeah, overall, really no goosebumps, right? Not even for you.
I was a bit more like just like, like wow, like surprised.
Were you bracing yourself?
At that very last moment right now.
You know what seemed so real is the two bikers. How that
Yeah.
trap. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
that is
Gosh.
wow.
For
that's
sure.
some ghost ship stuff.
Is it Ghost Ship? Yeah. I get what you're saying with the Ghost Ship. Yeah. If you've seen Ghost Ship, there's a scene in there using wires, but.
Same
But I'm just
exact
saying-
Same exact thing.
Stuff like that in the forest, like, because I know somebody who was within the last year that injured themselves, mountain biking. But
Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
it
was
is
fun.
dangerous. Yeah, it is dangerous.
If I was a dude, I would do it. But as a female, I can't.
You can.
I
if
could,
you want.
but I'm not going to.
It's more about if you want to do it, then yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Anything to add?
I like it. It was 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It's good enough creepiness, but not too much scary.
I agree with
It's my cup of tea.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, hopefully we get into some scarier ones.
Yay.
Well, if you do like our reaction and like to hang out with us some more, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and then hit that notification bell. And we'll see you in the next one.
Ta-da for now. Bye.
Chee-hoo. I'm getting there.
I loved it. I think that was a great video.
Yeah. No, I'm getting there with the whole come hang out with us. Like, I'm trying to fit it in.